Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, 26th of March, 2023, also known as my monthly long-form React day on DSP Reacts. I would argue it went pretty well, although let's talk a little bit about that, okay? So first of all, we did a level 1 podcast, which was chill, fun. We talked about, a lot of various topics, had a good time. It wasn't necessarily a bunch of news or anything like that because there really wasn't that much to talk about, but it was still a good one, all right? And then when that ended, we all headed over to DSP Reacts, and I started my react to the continual fall of Wings of Redemption, the second documentary on Wings of Redemption. This one was by June the King. Previously, we had watched one last year, which was the Down the Rabbit Hole video by Frederick Knudsen. But this one was kind of interesting because it kind of followed up upon all those things that had happened in the Down the Rabbit Hole video from that time where, Wings had gotten this surgery to lose weight and everything that had happened up until like early to mid 2022. So we did a long form react. It took all day as expected. The video was an hour and 40 minutes long. It took almost 5 hours to react to the whole thing. Also, I ate food. It was some Chinese food that I ordered, and we had a meal together there. And it was kind of a wrap-up video to summarize and decompress a little bit after it all ended. So how did it go? Attendance was pretty good. Hundreds of viewers. We usually get some pretty good viewers for the long-form reacts. Engagement was good. Over 200 likes. People talking with me the entire time. The thing is, you're always going to get trolls for these react events, and that's okay. They all got banned. They're all idiots. It wasn't that big of a deal, but for the most part, that was great. Support. Well, I would argue overall it was pretty good. We had tons of super chats. We had tons of new members. We actually hit a new record high. I think we're up to like 86 members now on DSP Reacts. That's the most I've ever had by a large margin. I think the last time it was like 70 something. So that's great. And hopefully some of these people who did get gifted memberships today will actually renew them next month if they like them. Tips weren't amazing. I think we had under $100 in tips. We still wasn't bad. It wasn't like I got made $5. But of course, what'll happen is idiotic trolls will spin it in a negative way. And one thing that I wish would have happened today that didn't was I wanted to have Wings actually be a part of the stream. I invited him. I said, come join the stream and be in the chat. And then when these topics are coming up, you can add additional context. You can maybe even say, hey, I don't think this is accurate or whatever in the documentary. I would have loved that. I invited him days and days ago, so he was well aware of it. Come this morning, people are like, oh, he's not subbed to your channel. He can't talk in the chat. And I'm like, why not? I mean, you guys know Wings. A lot of the people who are my viewers are Wings mods. No one told him to sub to the channel. I don't get that. It's well known that my chat is sub-only mode, and that's why the chat is manageable, and that's why we have a good time on my streams without trolls coming in and ruin it for everyone. So it just baffles me that he wasn't subbed to the channel in time. And then, of course, people, oh, make him a moderator. No, we're not doing that. It's a Pandora's box. When you do something like that, I don't just moderate anyone on my streams, and I even explained it later on. People were like, well, why not do it? I said, well, here's why. If Wings gets modded on my stream, can he talk in the chat? Yes, he can. However, what will happen immediately? Trolls are going to come in. All of his trolls. And they're going to try to come in and troll his ass and try to get him to be pissed off. And I don't want to put him in any situation where there's temptation, and any situation where he would end up being responsible for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, my streams are my end-all be-all of my business on the internet. DSP Reacts and DSPGaming are my two business-related YouTube channels. And if anything happens on those channels, I'm responsible for it. I own them. I'm the owner and operator. Therefore, you have to call risk management and risk minimization. By just moderating someone for one stream so they can talk on the stream, it creates risk. And I did not want to create that risk on my stream today. I didn't think that it was worth it. If Wings really wanted to talk in the chat, he should have subbed 24 hours ahead of time. All of his viewers knew that my chat was sub-only mode. So, a little hard to believe he didn't know that. At the same time, maybe he genuinely didn't. He was just totally ignorant of it. Unfortunate. I would have loved to have that. So, he wasn't there. Even though even his viewers had said he would be. He wasn't. Okay? But it still went well. And I will be uploading that slowly. I think what I'll do is I'll have maybe, I'm trying to think. Should I do 1 or 2 parts today, right? Maybe 2 parts today, and then have the other 3 parts stretched out over the course of the week, along with my DSP versus the Internet series that already is scheduled to be uploaded over the course of the week, so that people can digest it slowly, and that way the channel's not being completely flooded and inundated with videos every day. Because imagine if I uploaded all 5 parts of that, plus DSP versus the Internet. Oh, in a day or two, I'm going to review the Batman movie. Imagine if I had all that coming out at once. I feel like that would be a lot to throw at people, you know, all at once. So we'll be balancing it out, all right? So for those of you who were there, thanks. Great audience. You know, it was fun. I'm glad we did it. And now what I need is more feedback. What should be the next long-form react be? We need to start talking about it so we can have options, people can start voting, etc. Okay? But in the meantime, for those of you who don't care about the react stuff, tomorrow we're back to regularly scheduled gameplay here on DSP Gaming, full-time gaming. And the good news about that is Resident Evil 4 Remake returns. I'm pumped for this because the game is so outstanding. I can't wait to jump back into it. All right? So tomorrow, here's the schedule. The Level 1 podcast, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Like a Dragon Ishin. Okay? Great, chill, gameplay fun all day long on DSP Gaming. The React stuff now takes a little hiatus until next weekend. Will there be more? Well, like I said, at one point this week, I am going to watch The Batman, and I am planning for reviewing it for the channel once I watch it. But I found out today that the Batman's 3 freaking hours long, and I was like, 3 hours long is a lot, man. You know, that's going to be a one that's going to take me probably multiple nights to watch. I don't think I'm going to be able to watch that thing all in one sitting. So I will definitely review it maybe like Tuesday night, Wednesday night, you know, before my week is over. But I'm excited. You know, Resident Evil 4 Remake is an absolutely outstanding game. I cannot wait to jump back into it tomorrow. And what's funny is, you know, you guys have been showing up, engaging, and supporting those streams in a big way. To give some perspective, last night's Resident Evil 4 Remake stream did better support-wise than the entirety of today's Marathon React stream. So you guys, obviously, you know where your priorities lie right now. You want to see me play the hot new games. I'm down for that starting tomorrow. Thanks for being patient over the React weekend. And now we get back to regular normalcy of gameplay tomorrow morning. All right, everyone? Thank you very much. Please have a good evening. Enjoy, relax. See you in the morning for fun Resident Evil returning to the streams. Peace out, and I will see you then.